can't believe it, we actually managed to get through 2025. What a year it has been, what a haul it has been. Just don't look at the publishing date for this video, just completely ignore it, because we are definitely at the end of the year. Hello my brothers and sisters, my name is Daidarius and welcome to my manga haul of December 2025. I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Let's just wrap the year. And first up we have the Elusive Samurai Volume 17. There's not much to it. It's actually a very fun series. I enjoy fully reading this. I also think that the art production is insane considering it is on a weekly schedule, but I also know that it is slowly wrapping up, not slowly, it's actually quickly wrapping up, and it's gonna end probably spring next year in 2026. But yes, Elusive Samurai, keeping up with it, looking very much forward to dive into this volume when I get the time. All right, next one. And next up we have Sakamoto Days Volume 19. What an absolute aura farm this cover is. Holy hell. So I'm very hyped to actually diving into this. It's been a while since I have read anything related to just manga in general. I'm gonna get into it at the end of the video, but yes, looking very much forward to see what's gonna go on next in Sakamoto Days, because it's just such a fun series to write, fun series to read, and the action is always a highlight. But what I often look most forward to is actually seeing Sakamoto showing genuine emotion and caring for the people around him. Next one. And next up we have Chainsaw Man Volume 19. It's often kinda a hit and miss with the covers of Chainsaw Man, and not that there's any bad covers of Chainsaw Man, it just goes from fine, kinda bland to absolute art. I think this one is probably my favorite Chainsaw Man cover just because of the composition and the rendering. It looks absolutely stunning. Not gonna delve too much in Chainsaw Man. Right now, part 2 is wrapping up, or at least getting close to the climax, and it's batshit crazy. I have no idea where it's gonna go, but holy shit, the climax of part 2 is utterly ridiculous. It's not the same, and it's as tight written as part 1, but I think it actually is a part worth reading. But yes, Chainsaw Man. Next one. And next up we have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 28. We are quickly wrapping up the Jujutsu Kaisen final battle with this one. This is just an all-out, I think it's actually called a gauntlet, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not so much of a gamer as I used to, but I think it's called gauntlet here. But nevertheless, it's just an epic final battle. Everyone is throwing everything they have at the enemy just to hopefully being able to make sure that the world doesn't end. But yes, it's actually quite an intriguing battle. And I know this haul has a lot of series that I'm collecting that I don't have too much to say. But I'm just trying to wrap up the year. I mean, it's generally, it's just me catching up with stuff. Right. Next one. And next up, we have Kagurabachi Volume 5. Unironically, and I have said this before, this is probably one of my favorites current ongoing manga series. It is so tightly written, so masterfully rendered. The art direction, the composition, the pacing, everything in this manga is top tier. And considering that Takeru, I'm pretty sure it is his first real published work. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty confident that he's a very young artist, and his skills is at this level. I'm just hoping that once he actually finishes this story, he will still be in good health, he will be in good faith with the whole manga industry, and he's gonna continues to give us banger after banger of stories, because fuck me, is he one of my absolute favorites mangakas currently running, even outpacing Fujimoto, and I love that guy. Right. Next one. And next up we have Dandadan Volume 15. Dandadan has definitely become a sleeper hit for me personally this year, because I actually managed to read it. This year is probably one of my favorites ongoing manga right now, and I don't even keep up with the digital release, which I do with Kagurabachi. I am completely committed to fully experience Dandadan through the physical manga only. I am not at any point gonna read any digital chapters of this. But Jesus Christ, I love this story. I'm not here to gush about it, just saying. Volume 15, looking very much forward to volume 16. The only negative I can say about it is this is the first cover. I think is kind of boring or bad, because usually Dandadan's covers absolutely rock and fits the story well, where this is kind of meh. Alright, anywho, next one. Alright, and next up we have Record of Ragnarok volume 16, and this is gonna wrap up round 7, and then we're gonna get the introduction to round 8, and round 7 is probably in my top 3 favorite rounds of Record of Ragnarok. Round 8 not so much, but it will probably be in my top 5. Hopefully this series is gonna end on a high note. How long it's gonna take, I'm not sure. I'm guessing we have still 3 years left in this. I could be wrong, I could be totally wrong. But anyways, Record of Ragnarok, volume 16. Just looking so much forward to wrapping up the next 3 rounds, because then we'll be caught up. We'll never be caught up. Anyway, final one. And last but definitely not least, we have Kingdom, volume 1. This is big. This is probably one of the highest regarded mangas currently ongoing, with 70 plus volumes out in print, that has yet to get an official English physical printing until now, because here comes this, because of course it's gonna be this. I'm looking so much forward to reading this. And fun fact, I'm pretty sure, might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that this Quinn right here, Quinn Yingxiang, is the same dude as the dude fighting in this volume of Record of Ragnarok. Quinkydink, I'm guessing, but nevertheless, I have heard many great things about Kingdom. Yes, one of the things that always pops up is the art. The art is amazing. I have looked a few panels, not from this volume, but just from the series. It looks fantastic. But that's not the only thing people brings up. Mostly, they bring up the writing. Characters in here are supposedly written so smart and so well that it just completely flaws any other character writing of geniuses in any other story. If that's true, well, I will soon find out, but nevertheless, I am stoked about getting Kingdom. And also, this is releasing 1 volume each month until they're caught up with the 70 plus volumes. We are in this for the long haul, but you will hear no complaints from me, because 1 volume each month means that we are at a triple, if not quadruple pace of the normal manga volume releases, which I'm all for. 12 volumes in a year compared to the usual 3 or 4, that's progress. But yes, that is my manga haul. This month was not only small on the amount of volumes, but also no hardcovers, no deluxe editions. Even though this is the year of the deluxe editions, I was pretty much just dialed into finishing up the manga wishlist that I committed to. Speaking of which, if you're just gonna bring up the manga wishlist right here, we have 3 entries that I have yet to cross out. So let's fix that. First up, we have Record of Ragnarok. I was committing from volume 13 up until volume 16, and I just got the final volume, crossing that one out. Then we have Chainsaw Man, committed from volume 17 up until volume 19, managed to get all 3, crossing that one out as well. And then right down there we have The Elusive Samurai. I committed from volume 10 up until volume 17, also known as managed to actually catch up to Elusive Samurai, and I just managed to complete that as well, so crossing that one off. And I did it. I actually managed to do it 2 years in a row, with the caveat that, just like last year, there is 1 entry right now missing because it has yet to be released. But when this actually managed to get a release date on it, I will of course commit it to the list, but until then I'm gonna keep it off. But yes, I managed to complete this page, and I also managed to complete this page, which is absolutely insane. I don't even need to, I'm just gonna show, get this down. And I'm gonna throw the pie chart up there, it's all blue. I mean, I got everything. And just, you can even make an animation of this, right? Just, if you just play it, this is how it looks throughout the year. All 12 months roll into one. What a treat. I actually committed to 96 volumes this year, and I got each and every one, while also getting some others. So there you have it. That is my manga haul of December 2025. It is so absurd that I've managed to hit my wish list for the second year in a row. Hopefully next year I'm not gonna break the streak, but that is a video saved for another day. Just a quick note on why I haven't read any manga in not a long time, but in a moment of you, in a second or two, as I stated in this video right here. So instead, I think I'm just gonna maybe try reading something else than just manga. Maybe a comic, which I did. I actually did. I went ahead and read Invincible for the first time ever, and holy hell, what a story it is, and holy hell, all the gripes I had with American comics are very much present in that comic book. But nevertheless, fantastic story. Highly recommend it. If you are a manga fan and want to actually break into the US, not just the US, just the Western comics, superhero otherwise, but I'm not sure you're actually gonna thrive in there because it's so different the way stories are told and shown. I think Invincible is probably the perfect jumping off point. So, what does your manga haul look like? And also, what is your top 5 favorite or at least proudest collection of things you have hauled this year or last year, 2025? What is your proudest or best hauls, entries of 2025? Whatever it is, come below with your thoughts. And as always, until I see you in the next video, just remember to stay awesome. See ya.